TC Spiritual Shepherd, welcome back, guys. Today we are going to be getting into the multiple worlds theory. So this is a big thing about multiple worlds theory. A lot of people have probably heard of like self-concept. A lot of people have heard of law of assumption. A lot of people have heard of parallel universes or quantum jumping or quantum leaping or quantum shifting, which that video popped off on my YouTube. Quantum shifting. So ultimately, guys, that's my biggest viewed YouTube video to date. That happened like 5-7 days ago, something like that. But ultimately, guys, you guys have probably heard of these types of things, or like you've heard of like infinite universes or the multiverse, or like even you could even think of like the Rick and Morty types of episodes. Like regardless of like the stupidity that they project into those shows, look beyond that. Like I know this sounds crazy, but sometimes what you do, okay, here's a hack, guys. What you do is when you are watching those shows, you put it on mute. Okay, so you put those types of things on mute. I'm not even lying to you. You put you play Rick and Morty, but you put it on mute, and then over here you play something that has to do with like multiple worlds theory, or you play something that has to do with like parallel reality jumping. And so what you're actually doing is you're not taking the cosplay programming and the play programming of what they're trying to, through their verbiage and terminology that they're trying to convey in Rick and Morty, okay? But you are still seeing the scenery of it, like people jumping portals and people jumping shit like this, but you're studying portals and multiverses over here, so now you have a positive mindset of that, and then you're seeing those things happen. That's going to help the brain. See, the thing is spells, okay? So they'll do positive things and then they'll put negative shit right there, and then you'll have a negative connotation of those things. If you just don't even listen to it, but you still watch it, and then that's also like I'm watching cartoons still. I'm still fucking enjoying myself, but I'm studying. See, it's different. That's a very big thing, okay? That's a world that I enter into. That's the parallel reality jumping that I enter into. Just so you guys, I love listening to 2-3 different types of things around me, which a lot of people say you can't focus on these types of things. But if there's this playing, there's this going, there's this going, there's this going, but they're all simultaneously in somewhat unison, or blocking out the negative aspects of other things and enhancing the positive aspects of each thing. That is the beneficial aspect. So multiple world series. Multiple worlds theories. Okay. Basically, the multiple worlds theories proposes the idea that the quantum system doesn't actually decide. Okay? Let's talk about it. What is the theory of the multiverse? Patchwork quilt art of separate universes, all bound by the same laws of physics within a greater universe. So, you have to see that there are universes in universe. There's universes in universe. One song. Okay? There's many universes. There's many dimensions. There's many densities. And you can choose different timelines based on how you think, based on how you speak, based on how you talk, based on how you allow people to talk to you, based on your belief systems, based on your heart, based on what you feel, based on what you feel like you have or what you feel like you don't have, based on how you feel like you are being or how you feel like you're not being. There's so many levels to this. It's 111 right now. Okay? So there is the many worlds theories, and the interpretation is like, it's like, I believe it comes from the Schrodinger equation, that like Schrodinger's cat, you guys have probably heard about this, but like there is a cat in a box, but it's closed. And so you don't know whether the cat is dead or alive until you look into it, which means that you have to require your observation before that reality actually exists. So what you must focus on is observing in your mind's eye, observing the reality to which you are resonating on now, that you want to resonate on. So law of assumption, self-concept, law of attraction, positive focus, only focusing on good. So like a big Stoic quote is like focusing on the good. So it's not about always focusing on healing the bad. It's on focusing on already being healthy in the good. There's a different level to it. Okay? The many worlds interpretation. suggests that we live in near infinite universes, all crossing over, all superimposed on the same physical space, but mutually isolated. So that means that you could choose what reality you want to go to, which is based in law of assumption. It's based on self-concept. But a lot of people, they go to the system that they believe. They go to the dimension that they believe. So if you believe, okay, if you believe that you are wealthy, if you believe that you can attract abundance, if you believe that you can attract a great relationship, if you believe that you can attract, that's already where you're supposed to be. Okay, then there's knowing, then there's experiencing, then there is existing, then there is being, then there is having. Having, behavior. The many worlds interpretation theory, I'm not saying you have to believe it the way that they tell you, but I'm saying that when you start to look at things quantumly, when you start to, and the thing is like, you can not choose to believe how other people believe things or how they say that it is in public. That's where the misinterpretations generally draw, is when, okay, well, all of us have to agree on this multiverse theory. Okay, most people didn't agree with Galileo. Most people didn't agree with Leonardo da Vinci. Most people didn't agree with Nikola Tesla until they already passed on. They just didn't. They just didn't. They just didn't agree with him. And then now that they passed, now they're like, oh yeah, we fuck with that person. It's like, what? So it doesn't mean that you have to necessarily agree with other people's interpretations of things. It matters how you interpret it. How you interpret it. So, multiverse theory. So let's say this is a great example. And we're going to get into some journaling, which is very aligned with this, but that'll be the next video. So that'll be the following video the next day. Okay, so tomorrow. Now, one big thing about this multiverse theory is that you are in a dimension right now. You're in a dimensionality or dimensional reality right now, okay? Now, one big thing is that you might feel like you want to go to another reality. You want to experience a different experience than maybe what you're experiencing right now. And I'm saying that you need to experience what you say you want to experience elsewhere, right here, right now. So what do I mean? You say, I want to be rich, or I want to be wealthy, or I want to be whatever. I want to be more into spirituality. I want to be more in depth, and I want to deepen my spirit, and I want to meditate more, and I want to do more breath work, and I want to care for myself, and I want all this type of stuff. You have all these different selections for yourself, okay? And then you might say, oh, well, right now I don't do any of this type of stuff. I don't do any of this type of stuff. That's the problem, because you say, right now I don't do any of this type of stuff, because the now is the only thing that exists. The now is the only thing that exists. Okay, so when you start to say, oh, how can I see right now that I am wealthy? How can I see right now that I am abundant? How can I see right now that I do have a deepened spirit? In what ways do I already see myself having a deepened spirit? In what ways do I already cultivate being fit, being rich, being rare, being healthy? In what ways do I see this type of stuff? And then you start to embody that with your feelings, your speaking, and your thoughts, your actions, your habits, your having, your behavior. Your being and your having is your behavior. Okay? And then you would, okay, that is what a quantum shift is. Okay? So it's not necessarily like you're going somewhere. It's not 3D. It's not linear. So it's not like I was here and now I'm here. It's I am here and I am here. But I am here and I am here are just two different things. I am Groot means 80 different things. Because it's your tonality, it's how you say it, it's your body language, it's your attitude, it's all the stuff that you cultivate into it positively. So you can literally jump universes, multiverses with this aspect. I am Groot. Because I am Groot means the same thing. I am Groot. I am Groot. Okay? So, you get what I'm saying. Some people will get what I'm saying. But it's not linear. Okay? So, when you're like, oh, this is where I was, this is where I'm going, they're the same point. This is where I am. This is where I'm going. And you just have to resonate on the right frequency to receive. Okay. And that goes through healing. That goes through trauma healing. That goes through allowing things to come in and be ridding things that you can allow to go away. And it's really just that type of thing. And you choose the worlds that you want to embrace. The multiple worlds theory, which is like you have different universes. Some are darker worlds and some are brighter worlds. Okay, and you could choose to be in the brighter worlds. You could choose to have things that come for you, that are best for you. You could have the relationship come to you. You could have the money come to you. You could have things come to you. You've worked so hard and you've yet to see results. So maybe there's a better way where you don't have to work so hard. You can work smart. And this is coming from the place of the law of least effort, the law of self-concept, the law of assumption, the law of attraction, the law of vibration, the law of oneness. We are all interconnected. So when we start to really be on the vibration of, oh, I'm here, that is the cultivation of it. So we're going to leave this here. Then we're going to get into journaling. And I'm literally going to connect this previous video. So just so you guys know, TC, everything's in the description. Okay, everything's in the description. There's a free school spirituality community just for you guys. If you guys are interested, feel free to reach out, like, comment, share, subscribe. Talk to you in